He's the greatest, man.
That's
No,
so
he's the
depressing.
best. He's the best, dude. You can't get none bester than the boss, man. I remember this one in-store we were doing. I think it was No Rest for the Wicked or whatever. This guy came up, he looked like Haystack Calhoun. I mean, this guy had overalls on, had to be like 6'8", you know, mountain man with a big-ass beard and the whole 9 yards. He had red lipstick on, and he just goes to Oz. He goes, Oz, I love all your records, man. I love you. You don't know how much I love you. I was like, oh, that's great. He goes, would you mind could you give me a kiss? And Oz goes, no, so it's like, no, but Zakk will. Yeah, well, yeah, we made out for a little while. He said, you know, I mean, it was cool. He chewed dentine, so it was fine. I had no problem.
Would you please tell us another Ozzy Osbourne story?
Oh, no, just, well, not till we were just cracking up, talking about it before, talking about the partying or whatever, you know. Someone was asking, oh, Zakk, you don't drink anymore or whatever. I was like, no big deal. I just snort buckets of glue now, so I replaced the booze with the glue. But the whole thing is, Oz was sitting there Oz was having a cup of tea, and I was having a cup of coffee with him, and Mom and Barb went out to go see a movie or something like that, so we're in the house. And he goes, Zakk, I don't drink anymore. I don't do drugs anymore. I don't even smoke. I never thought I'd give that up. And he goes, my schlong doesn't even work. Then I go, Ozzy, he goes, then Oz just pauses for a second, he looks me right in the eyes, he goes, Zakk, why am I alive?
What? Oh my God! Did you hug him?
Yeah, he's the greatest, man.
That's
no,
so
he's
depressing.
the best. He's the best, dude. You can't get none bester than the boss, man.
That's a very real moment.
That's awesome. There you have it, kids.
It's that time again. We asked you last 2 times you were here to tell us a great Ozzy Osbourne story. Would you please give us another Ozzy Osbourne story?
Well, yeah, I remember, oh no, this was pretty good when we did the live at Budokan. I guess I'd always have beer with me. So, I mean, I could tell the story now because Mom knows about it, but
okay.
But the whole thing is, yeah, I'm not can't be ratting on the boss, man.
No, no.
So, but the whole thing is, that with Oz, you know, I'd always have I'd stuff because if there was no beer at the gig or no beer where we're at, I'd always just make sure I always had beer with me in a duffel bag or, you know, one of my carry-on bags or something like that. So when we get to the show, you know, I've got my bag of beer, I'm just running scales, practicing, we do the gig, and then afterwards, or no, it was after, yeah, it was after the gig. I was just like, we're just hanging out, and we're just waiting to get going, and you know, Mom was talking to Mr. Udo and then doing business and everything, and the boss just comes in, he's like, Zakk, you gotta call one for me. I'm like, what are you trying to do, get us both fired? You know, and he's just like, do you have any? I go, yeah, of course I got beer with me. He just goes, I'll meet you in the bathroom. So we go in the bathroom, and I'm in a one bathroom stall. He comes in, like into the other bathroom stall. He goes, yeah? I go, yeah. I take a beer, I put it under the thing, and then Oz grabs the beer. He heard, and he slides it back over and he goes, thanks, Zakk, I'll see you back at the hotel.
Just one solitary beer is all he wanted.
Like if anybody knew that, dude, just like, yeah, the Prince of Daphnis. He's got to sneak a cold one in, man. In the bathroom stall, bro. The living intercontinental legend.
So, unfortunately, Ozzy had to cancel his tour. It's been rescheduled for 2020. Is America going to get the 2020 dates as well as Europe?
Yes, last time I checked in with the boss, we were at the hospital. And Oz was like, Zachy, I was like, what do you need, boss? What do you need? He goes, listen to me, tell these doctors, no more Elmer's glue. I need a stronger adhesive. Maybe crazy glue, maybe Gorilla Glue will get it done. Maybe a combination of both. And I said, okay. And he goes, and the duct tape that they wrap me in? I said, yeah. He goes, the shiny gloss on it, I don't like that. Go more with the gaff tape. I like the flat black. I prefer that. To me, I was just like, I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, well, because there's always an element of fashion in there. But yeah, that's how I left the boss. And right now the glue's, it's bonding, and and he's got the gaff tape, so he's fine.
He's doing well.
His deadlift numbers are up, his bench numbers are up, and his squat numbers are up. So he'll be ready to attack the powerlifting platform 2020.
So, I mean, a lot of people are saying online, like, it's like, Ozzy, we appreciate what you're doing and getting out there and trying to entertain us, but, like, just rest and enjoy your life. What do you think he would say to something like that? Like a good-natured, say, like, you don't need to keep doing this for us, Ozzy.
The man loves dance. He loves the art form. He has passion for the movement. You tell him to stop dancing.
Never.
Oh, and he'll risk those injuries, the neck injuries.
Yeah.
The broken ankles, the knees. He always has the smiley faces on his knees because when he's dancing, his knees are smiling.
Well, I remember we're down at rehearsals, and this guy comes in with a briefcase, and we're like, we don't know who this guy is, It's just like, we're looking at him, we're like, who's this dude? And they're like, and Oz is like, but, he's like, Sharon got to be a vocal coach, so, this vocal coach is going to come. So this guy comes in, and we're like, wow, Oz is going to get a vocal coach, okay, So, and, Mom is just always trying to do the best thing to help him and make sure that, we're getting ready to win another Super Bowl. So, you know what I mean? So it's just, so she's bringing in the vocal coach, just to try and make sure Joe Montana is still just working on his throwing arm. You know what I mean? Just so that he's throwing properly. So no sidearm stuff, just overhand. You know what I mean? Just throwing properly. Spirals, no ducks, the whole 9 yards. So anyways, the guy at the vocal coach is like, which one is Zakk? I go, that would happen to be me. And he just goes, well, what key is flying high in? And flying high again. I go, well, we tune a whole step down. So that would be like G. So if that's, you got the fourths over there, you probably need a C on that little tuning thing you got there. So, he's blowing into this thing, right? So mind you, the volume that we're playing with in this rehearsal room, it's a stage volume. It's beyond sense around in there. And then you walk into Ozzy World, Oz's monitors, you're like that movie Scanners when a guy's head just explodes.
Yes,
you walk in there and you don't know what's coming. That's the results you will get. Just boom, you know what I mean? So anyways, that's the volume we're playing at. This guy has got his little tuning thing over there that you got to blow in, though. Yeah, the little tuning pitch key thing there. So he's going to hit a C on here while we're playing Flying High again. So I'm like, good luck with that. So while the mic is bashing away on drums, we all come in together. And then Oz is singing. And as we get to Mama's Gonna Worry, he's blowing into this horn, looking at Oz, telling him to sing like higher, like a pitch higher. And Oz is like looking at him like, I have no idea what this guy's talking about. And like at this point, we're all like, nobody's saying, trying not to laugh. And Mo, who's taking care of my fiddles at the time, he just holds up a sign. I turn back and look at him and he goes, if this guy's a vocal coach, my ass is a bazooka. You know what I mean? So the whole thing is, I'm like, we're all crying, man. But the whole thing is the guy leaves and Oz goes, I guess she's just means well to get a vocal coach, but it's kind of a little late in the game, isn't it, don't you think?